Nyte. We got a great show for you tonight. Welcome to the show. Will you be a friend or foe? Together here we never fade, having fun with lives we made. Under our production we glow, talking till the end of the show. The Baron and Sindee Nyte are live. We are glad you're here tonight. Welcome to the show. Will you be a friend or foe? Together here we never fade, having fun with lives we made. Under our protection.
What is
Way to
up,
go.
everybody? Woo!
Yes. Welcome everybody out there and in studio. So we are full today.
We have a full house here. I mean, we had a few cancellations because it's Michigan and it freaking snows in Michigan, right? But that doesn't stop us. The show must go on and the show will go on. And we are happy to have you guys out in internet land, the webs. Is that what they call it? The
Sure, the
interwebs?
interwebs.
The interwebs. Everybody made it here safely, I see.
Yes. So everybody in the interwebs, we do have a live audience. If you hear me saying something and responding to somebody online, that's why I'm making a random kind of comment out of nowhere.
Yes.
So
Yes.
like, hi William, thanks for liking the new theme song.
William.
Oh, can
my
you read
God.
that?
Yes, I
Okay.
can read. So people out in interweb land, I can read what's going on now because we got a big screen right in front of us. So no shenanigans with throwing me under the bus with shit. I can see what you're saying
No,
now.
do it.
And William, you really needed to get that toe. You needed to tell. That's your toe, dude. That is your toad.
Hi, Haywire.
What's going on, Haywire? So like we've been posting for the last forever, we have some very special guests with us. Take two.
Nope, you're live.
Oh, there's no extra takes. Okay. So we've got Tracy and Todd Preston from Malice and the Mitten. Everybody's favorite podcast. I can say that with confidence.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
William says the parents' microphone isn't working right. I hear him too well.
William. For those of you that don't know, William is our special co-host when I'm doing other things.
Slacking.
No, the Baron is very busy.
Slacking.
I've talked about this many times. The Baron is a very busy man.
Slacking.
Slacking. So we're gonna make sure our studio guests here are gonna ask questions. So feel free whenever you want to ask a question, run up to Bruno up there at the front. He will get you on the mic and you can ask the panel here any question you would like.
And a special thank you to our producers tonight. So we do have Bruno and we have Alexander.
Outstanding job, guys. And we have another special guest here with us. He'll be on the show in a few weeks. He is the mastermind behind this incredible set behind us, Jerry Jodlowski from How to Halloween, Frankenfest.
Jodlowski or Jodlowski?
Jodlowski. Lowski.
Lowski.
No, you're saying it wrong. That's why I've always said it. I am not going to change. I'm too old to be teaching an old dog new tricks.
Right.
Jezebel says hi, Todd and Tracy.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Scurvy.
Scurvy.
So Michelle doesn't say hi to us.
I know, right?
She's our #1 fan.
She is.
That's
She
why.
is. Yes, she is.
Are you reading that,
100%.
Alex? Okay.
I'm
All
glad
right,
you can
he's-
read it because I can't read.
Well, you got your little
You'll
handy
have to let
dandy
me know.
glasses.
I threw them in my purse.
Oh,
So Michelle is saying static.
yeah. He's working on it.
Okay, I don't know where
He's
static
reading.
would
I
come
don't
from.
know. I can't hear us, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
So, yeah,
guys.
Jerry, Jerry
never mind.
did the setback here for us this year. We've been working on it for how long now?
5 years.
5 years. 5 years, and he finally got it right. No, but we've been working on that for quite a bit, getting that set up, because we had a lot of breakdown to do after the holidays to even get this thing in here. So thank you very much for making us look so cool on the set here. Woo!
All right, guys, on the interwebs, they are working on the static and cutting it in and out. We're not sure. These are new mics for us with 4 people.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll figure it out.
Lounging.
Well, you'll know on
Welcome,
there.
Fran.
Oh, yeah, you're slouching. What a
Okay,
slouch.
here, let me just.
What a
Let me
slouch.
do turn power. Okay,
Okay, so let's talk about Malice in the Mitten.
yeah.
Sure.
To start out
Alright.
with, why? Why did you decide, hey, let's do this podcast on this true crime, cryptid, crazy stuff? I mean, because I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort.
hmm
What made you guys go that direction?
Well, I've always been one to whatever draws my attention, and if it intrigues me enough, I'm in it. And I've always been one to never be afraid to try something new and go all in.
Right.
So Malice in the Mitten was actually something I thought about. Well, I never even listened to a podcast, so let's start there.
Okay.
Never even listened to a podcast until right before COVID. I'm a nurse. I travel a lot for work. I used to work in open heart neurotrauma units. And so I went to a corporate job where I started training people. And I'm like, well, I'm going to drive because it's in Ohio. Why fly? So that's when I started listening to podcasts, and true crime is where I went. Crime Junkie was my very first.
And we used to watch
podcast.
Discovery ID
I
all
grew
the
up-
time.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, so we were,
Yeah.
we were like, oh, whenever she was home, that's what we would do.
Yeah.
We're watching Discovery ID. We were like, oh, wow.
Love it.
Whoa, this is shit that's
Cool
really
stuff.
happening out here in the
Right.
world, and it's like, this is real life stuff, This isn't just movies. This is real stuff that's happening in the world. And then,
And then
And then.
And then I was like, you know what? I love this. My dad was an undercover narcotics officer when I was a little girl. And so crime, science, all of it was intriguing. And I'm like, I could do this. I could do this. So it took me about 2.5, maybe 3 years of thinking I'm going to do it, great ideas. And then finally I decided if I don't make a date, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So March
24th.
No,
March 4th.
March 4th,
March 4th, yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
I set the date, and it
Yeah.
was, I'm a nurse and I can do all that kind of stuff, but this whole thing was new. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start. So it was YouTube and listening. I'm like, okay, I don't like the way that sounds, so I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it all started. So I've taught myself everything I know, how to edit, writing, editing, recording. Editing took hours. Like initially it took 6 to 8 hours to do an hour show.
Yeah.
And I was exhausted. So I work a full-time job, doing this full-time, staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Todd's going to bed. I'm like, no, I've gotta get this done. So it's been a labor of love. I love doing it.
Yep.
It's intriguing to me, and to do it all Michigan based is very important to me
Yeah.
because this is where we are. It's a
Yep.
huge state.
Yep.
It's an amazing state. We have everything,
Yeah.
absolutely everything. So that was the impetus. That's how it got started.
We have a plethora, and I'm saying plethora because it's a fun word to say.
It is.
But we have a
Plethora.
plethora of stories
Yeah.
to cover.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Michigan has so much folklore,
Yes.
criminal history,
Yep.
Yeah. And it
which
all
is
just
weird to say, but
yeah,
there's
and
a
it
lot
all
of
just snowballed.
yeah.
You know, so when I go back and I listen to, like, you have to do that first video or that first audio take to get on Apple because you have to have it. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds terrible. I need to redo that because I've grown so much since then, and I'm kind of honing in a little bit more. We're going on almost 2 years, so this March will be 2 years of doing it. So it was just Malice and the Mitten, and then we started Round Robin, and all that developed because Christine, which is her birthday, by the way, happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Christine.
happy birthday, baby. And she said, oh, that's a Round Robin trace. And I was like, hold on a second, because now we're involving conversations.
Yeah,
So
opened up a discussion about it. And
Right.
we did reenactments. We did a reenactment episode.
that's where it started.
and,
Oh, okay.
And
Brett
so-
Coster.
Brett Coster, yeah.
Yeah.
So and she had asked me, Tracy had asked me to voice in as Brett,
Brett Coster,
That's pretty cool.
and
the real bad guy.
yeah, the real bad guy. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta play a bad guy. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so we did it, but that was essentially the birth of the Round Robin episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so then that started, and then
And so what we did was we were analyzing, because I'm a nurse, my co-host for Malice and Mitten, she's also a nurse. Our background is critical care. And so then we started, it's all about the psychological portion of why crimes are committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do people do what they do?
Which is what always enthralls me
Me too.
when I watch ID.
Yeah.
I just threaten him that I'll know how to kill him and get away with it. So yeah.
I cook your dinner.
Well,
Hello.
the problem with that is,
Oh, there's no problem.
Oh, there's a problem with that because my background is also law enforcement, so I already know what she's thinking. I'm already two
You
steps ahead
have
of her.
no idea.
I'm already 2, 3, 4 steps
you
ahead of
never
her.
have an idea.
Women are sneaky.
Exactly.
Very
Exactly.
sneaky.
This is coming from the guy. We could be out in public and I'll say something and he'll turn beet red.
Well,
Right.
it's because she's got a potty mouth.
No, I don't.
Her mouth is like a sailor's.
Me too.
No,
Turn
it's
it
not.
on.
Right,
I love
see?
it.
Yep.
I eat
Yeah.
fucks for breakfast. Oops, sorry.
It's a,
Can
it's
I
a
say
rated
that?
R show.
Yes.
Can I say
Yes.
It's a
that?
rated R
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. And I already talked to the parents back there. So
Thank
we're
you,
good.
sir.
Oh, yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
we're all good.
We're good. We're good.
Hi, Amber.
How's that sound coming, Alex? Doing something.
It's doing something. Well, Jezebel said,
Oh.
oh,
is.
thank you.
It is a killer set.
YouTuber comment. Thank
Do
you.
you need to go scroll through some?
Huh? Jungle brutality. Yeah,
I see Amber Castle says hello. Hello.
we're not getting YouTube. YouTube.
Oh, okay. So he can do the shout outs to them. Jezebel Michelle. I think we got a stalker. I saw Ray Burr pop on there earlier. So what's up, Ray? Ray helped us set up our big screen. We haven't had the big screen here before, so I never got to see what the hell people are talking about. I was just like,
But that was kind of
yeah, for you and everybody else in the world. Now I can see exactly what's going on, and I'm going to put a stop to this right now.
Oh, you're not. You're gonna make it worse. They're gonna like, ooh, you can see it now.
So we were talking earlier before the show, and I said I was going to make fun. Right?
Yes.
We talked about that. And it's not a make fun of you as in make fun of you. I'm sure how many of you guys have heard their broadcast or their podcast? Okay, so most of the people in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Her voice on that podcast is like, if you ever stop, like, I'm not going to do cryptids, true crime anymore. I'm going to go to this like relaxation.
I'll
Know.
read you a book.
Oh my God, her voice is so freaking soothing. Am I right? So soothing. And I don't necessarily listen to podcasts. So of course I got to do my,
Yeah.
back, check things out, know what the hell I'm talking about when guests come on. So I'm listening to the podcast, and I've listened to it before. But it was like, holy shit. You got that voice, man.
He's got the voice.
Yeah, that voice is
Thank
just
you.
like so soothing, and it just kept me drawn into the story because it's such good storytelling.
Thank you.
You know, it just doesn't like fly through it. Like when I talk, I fly through shit. I'd probably be a horrible podcaster because I just like, da, 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 da. Did you get it? Hers is
Right.
like so you're drawn into it.
Thank you.
So, was that purposely done, or is that just the way you are?
That's just the way I am.
Just the way you are?
Just the way
Okay.
she is.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you
You
don't
don't change your voice when you're like talking, like get into it.
I don't know. She was dropping a lot of F bombs.
Right, it depends on the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess there is a little bit of a change depending, because if I'm telling a true crime story, it's important to me that it's about empathy.
Mhm.
It's about not sensationalizing the crime.
Right.
It's important to me that the stories are told because these people could be your friend, your family member. So I'm not exploiting, it's about education.
Yeah.
Right? So my oldest daughter would say, "Why do you listen to true crime? Why do you watch all these crime things? It's horrible." And I said, "Is it?"
Yeah.
Because it's education.
Yeah.
So it's about education. It's about watching people and learning people.
repeating history.
Right.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
it's about. Why do people do the things they do? And to hopefully help people see signs,
Mhm.
right? So depending on if a person is spiraling out of control, how to notice that. Not everybody's a nurse. Not everybody can see these things. So if they listen and they see and hear these things, then they can see it in their world
Yeah.
if it happens, especially when it comes to abusive relationships. I'm big on that.
Yeah.
I'm big on that because you feel it, you see it, but you still stay.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is.
And Jezebel says she loves your voice, and the F-Bomb Friday,
I think
her
that's
favorite was
favorite.
the Krampus one.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Krampus was big. Krampus was big,
Yeah.
and we didn't realize the impact that Krampus has in Michigan.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I just
yeah,
learned
but
about it, to be
really?
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, with all of the immigrants that came over
Yeah.
to Michigan, I mean, they bring their folklore with us,
Yeah.
with them. You
Oh,
know? So I
absolutely.
mean, it brings it to
We
life.
would never
here,
have
you know?
any of that
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
We wouldn't have any of that
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
So it was fun to do. It was fun, and with all the Krampus, events that were happening in the area, and it just worked out that I was doing the story, and then we had
Perfect.
the Krampus visits.
Yeah.
Rio
Well, we
Town
had
and
Old Town,
Old
Old
Town,
Town,
yeah.
which they had what did I read? As far as their parade and numbers, it was like one of the largest, if not largest, in the country.
yep.
So
Really?
kudos to them. Our Rio Town Krampus, we're not as fancy as Old Town.
But
Lansing,
we're special.
Lansing doesn't like Rio Town for some reason. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look into this.
But we had where you had photo op.
Yeah, ours is different.
Yeah.
And we brought out Mrs. Krampus.
Yeah,
This
and
year,
it
so-
made it a more personable experience too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
walked into your world.
Yeah.
And that was super fun because we were
We actually
alone
had more fun
here.
at the event here
Yeah.
than we
Wow.
did
Yeah.
in
We did.
what
There were
was-
so many
there were so many
people.
people. There were so many people.
It was cold.
Yeah,
It was
it's
outside.
cold. We had a hard time even seeing the vendors because
Yeah.
it was like, okay. And this was like, this brought us back to home, and we were like, this felt comfortable here.
It felt like community
Yeah.
Yep.
here.
Yep.
It's a
Whereas there
totally
you're just
different
trying to shuffle
experience.
through.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
totally fine with that. You know, we love what Old Town's doing.
Yep.
Right. Hi, Jen.
I'm gonna toot our own horn. There we go. I got it. Thank you.
I
got
the
one.
open
Right
one.
at the last minute, I got it. If you guys know, you know.
Right. If you know, you
So
know.
we brought Krampus to Lansing.
Yep.
Nobody was doing it. We brought it.
And Mrs. Krampus
and Mrs. Krampus.
Yep.
And you know, like I said, ours is different. Ours is all indoors. It's warm. It's comfortable. It's a different environment. We do go to Old Town Krampus, and we love it. We have a good time. But it's cold.
Yep.
You know, which
Yeah.
is Krampus. So I'm not slamming that. It's Krampus. It's going to be cold.
We braved it.
Yeah.
We were out
And
there.
everybody does.
Yep,
All
yep.
15,000 of those people that showed up there, they brave it because it's a
15,000.
fun
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
14, 15,000.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you think about the time, you know, that they have, and then the parade. It draws a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, one of the vendors that we were at, when you could see who the new vendors were because it was dark and it was dark in their tent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were like, oh. And then a lady had said to us, we were here from the beginning, so we learned, and now it feels like a real festival.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
It was a good experience. We had a great time.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to change the subject a little bit here. I should probably not be eating my gummies because I got a crown put in. And the temporary crown was put in. And they said,
You probably
yeah,
shouldn't be eating
don't
it.
eat
it on the other
sticky
side.
things. Exactly. So here I am.
Just
eating
couldn't
a
help yourself.
freaking gummy. So yeah, I probably shouldn't do that.
Eat it on the other
Well,
side.
they pulled a tooth over there, so I don't normally chew over here. 'Cause it's,
Mess.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I'm going back to my supermodel days.
Oh.
Okay.
Where I'm getting my teeth
Did you
fixed.
go?
Oh yeah. Oh, so I'm getting all my teeth fixed and everything, so I can go back to being a supermodel. Huh? Huh? Eh?
Amen. Amen.
Nobody's buying that.
Nope.
Nobody's buying that.
Hi, Lester.
What is up, Lester? Man, I haven't seen him in a while. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I miss you
Yeah,
too.
we miss you too.
Miss you too.
Just
So
the random. Hold on.
I was the podcast I was listening to today,
Okay.
the Kalamazoo Dragon.
Mm.
How did you find it? I'd never heard about this Kalamazoo Dragon.
Me
How
either.
did you come across that?
Oh, I got
Todd's
it.
the writer.
I
Well,
got
first
it.
off, let's start with Todd is the writer for F-Bomb.
Yep.
Okay.
He does all of it. I, of course, host it and edit it and all that. But Todd does the story.
Yeah. I have to do some heavy digging
That had to
sometimes.
be some serious
Yeah.
digging.
And when I heard about it, and when I was like, okay, I got a chunk, and then I dig and I get a bigger chunk, and then I dig and I get okay. So now I got a story. I can put it all together, and I use multiple sources.
Yep.
So when I investigate these stories, I'm like, okay, so we've got this, we've got this, we've got multiple people. This is a story I can put together now. And I gotta tell you, I've been kayaking several times on the Kalamazoo River,
Yeah.
and now I'm a little frightened about doing it again. Because I didn't know then, but now I'm like, if I go out there, I'm gonna be just constantly looking.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
can't see through the water.
Yeah.
It's
murky
dark.
water.
It's
Yeah.
dark, murky water. It's not a very fast. Well, it is in some places. It
Yeah.
depends on where you're at, but it's for the most part, it's a pretty slow current.
Yeah.
And but we have, you go back to the early 1900s up until recently. You've got multiple people saying they've seen the same thing.
Well,
And it's like,
you know what I really liked about it, and that I really attached to something you said during the podcast is it the river itself that is the dragon? The way it's winding
It is,
and
yes.
murky
Yeah.
and mysterious. So I really love that touch about, is it the river itself that's the dragon
Right.
rather
Yeah.
than a physical dragon?
if you look on the map and look at the shape
Yeah.
of the river, it really does resemble a dragon.
Right.
So
Well, it's an old river,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the older we get, the
Yeah.
more curvy and windy
Yep.
it becomes
Yep.
from the ebb and flow of the water.
And what I find, doing the investigations, a lot of this stuff is always tied to, as far as Michigan goes, to Native American culture.
Right.
It all draws from that. most of the time, you know, these old stories.
Yeah.
So, and they probably drew from that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Absolutely.
very important. So that's one of the things that is very important is the indigenous stories of this
Yep.
state and country, because
Mhm.
this wasn't ours,
Right.
right?
Yep.
And so for it to be lost is a shame.
Mhm.
So that's one of the things I really appreciate about the F-bomb stories. Is it fantastical? Is it what keeps
Yep.
your children in line?
Yeah.
Is it, you know, the right and the wrong? Because that's the basis of all the stories.
There's
the right
always a
and the
lesson
wrong.
to be learned. There's always something to walk away with, you know, from the story.
Well, and that's why I love folklore
Yeah.
to begin with. Just the
Yeah.
whole, like you said, the lesson to be learned.
Yep.
You know, you could take it this way, you could take it that way.
Yep.
You know, it's just, I love folklore. Again, feel free, guys, if you have a question, run up to Bruno. He's looking kind of,
Only.
what's he
Is
doing?
he falling asleep?
Yeah.
And Jessica says, thank you. No one wants to hear you.
I know, I heard that. It's ignoring Jezebel.
Huh? I agree.
Hello. Oh, we have a
Ah.
question.
Thanks for bringing it in on YouTube. Appreciate it.
Yes.
You mentioned that you spent like 6 or 8 hours on the first podcast, you know, to editing, that kind of thing. I'm curious about the making of. First, at that time got better. What's pre-production and show and then post? What's the total time you put in? Curious about that.
Thank you. That is a great question. So that was just editing in the beginning, 6 to 8 hours, because one of the things I didn't, every time someone stutters, you don't realize how many times you say I,
Or
something. The
I'm a big
ums.
ummer.
So is he.
Yeah.
Stop it. I am not. I am a perfect confident.
Yeah, and you know, and so all that. So I thought, well, do people want to hear you breathe? So I would cut all the breaths out.
Yeah.
And then I realized, then I start, because I always listen to other podcasts because I love it. I love true crime. So I was like, it's okay to hear a breath. So then I started mellowing out on that. And then, of course, the more you do it, the more you get used to speaking. And so I was like, it's all right. It's conversation. So an
Yep.
hour show will now take me about 2 hours, maybe 3, depending on the I's and the ums and the you knows and all that kind of stuff. The research in the beginning was difficult. That would take days because I wanted to hear as much as I could
Yep.
from different perspectives. And then the writing and making sure that I don't regurgitate everything that I'm hearing, because that's the thing is I want everybody to get every bit of it. And I remember, my brain will lock that in. So I remember everything that was said. I'm like, I can't do that. So it's just over time, just like anything that we do, it's a craft. If you do your makeup, if you do your hair, if the way you dress, it's all crafting what you do. So I've definitely gotten better at getting that done and earned a life, because there was no life. All day working my regular job, all night working on the podcast. What do people think? Are they going to like it? Do I say it right? Am I driving it home? So now I'm to the point where I can get a show done in a couple days versus it taking a whole week.
Yep.
And it's practice, repetition, right?
Yeah.
That knows. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great question, Jerry. What size do you
What
wear?
size do you
Oh,
wear,
yeah.
Jerry?
XL.
You are not an XL.
Hey, I'm comfortable.
That was a great question. Thank you so much. I
That was a
appreciate
good
it.
question.
It was.
That was a good question.
It was.
You get river stones.
River Stones.
We also have, for some other questions and stuff like that, one of our biggest supporters is Legacy Verse Productions. They sent us their whole library of movies, low budget films, whatnot. But man, they put their heart and soul into it. They're down in Ohio. So we've got several of their movies. So again, ask questions, go up there, and you could either get a shirt or a freaking Legacy
Movie.
versus movie. We got like a bunch of them in here.
I want a movie.
What's your
Can I
question?
get one?
What's your question?
All right. Well, my question to you is, why did you start doing what you're doing?
We don't know.
Now there's
We're
an
just having
answer.
fun
See, I drag her into a lot of shit.
all the time,
I
every day.
I'm just constantly thinking of ideas and what we can do, and again, like a lot of these things that came out of COVID. COVID killed our original business, which was a barbecue catering
But you got the
company.
shirt.
Yeah.
Got the shirt.
Um,
Got the shirt.
we had to have something to do, so we started in yeah, and we just it just I said let's do a YouTube or I didn't even call it a podcast because we're not podcasters. I wanted to do something where we just kind of, I'm old. Everybody knows I'm old as fuck.
Ditto.
So I'm, Johnny Carson, David Letterman, even the Ed Sullivan Show. Ed Sullivan Show, Yes, but the Ed Sullivan Show. Yeah, so exactly,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
So I wanted to do a show, something like that. So we started in our living room. If you go to the YouTube channel, we had to transfer all of our shows from Facebook because that's where we've always been.
Because they only allow 30 days.
Yeah, this past year, 2025, I said, nope, we're booting all of these old live shows. So we had to like dump everything.
Yeah, literally only allow you to keep your lives on for 30 days and then delete them.
So we've got them all in playlists within our YouTube channel, Screamcraft Studio. And you can go back to 2022
I think so, yeah.
and where we were doing this in our living room. Our sets were in our living room.
Mhm.
And that's how
Don't
it started.
judge.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, it's
We
not,
took the bedroom into the studio.
See? Hey,
That's what
stop
we do.
hitting me.
I was looking last night at one
There's
of our old
witnesses.
shows.
See?
And I they're pretty good. They're actually pretty good. So all right, let's hear it.
Wow. I love all of them, but I try to stay away from something that's very current for a few reasons. One, it's not the right time. If there's something currently happening, which there's always something currently happening, I want to stay away from interfering with anything. I particularly like the old stuff as well, because those are things that are forgotten
Yeah.
but are important.
Matt Davis, hello, buddy. I see this. This is like a whole new experience. I can interact with our web stuff.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a whole new experience for me.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm
That's
going
cool.
to say one of my favorite stories is talking about copper mining.
Ooh.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
It's a big history here.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
And it was extremely dangerous. And the story, when I think about the Indian girl being out there with her Canadian French new husband, she was a little girl. She was young. I say little girl. She was 18, 19.
Yeah.
They were married and they were out to look for copper. And so they were left on this island. And to talk about being on an island in Michigan in the dead of winter, that's brutal.
Mhm.
And her husband died because they were starving and freezing. And so the survival of that really got me. So I love the old stories.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's important that we remember them.
Exactly. Jezebel said she couldn't hear the question.
So the way we set this up, we've got a mic and a speaker for people to ask the questions, so we could hear. Huh? Okay. So we'll try to repeat the question when it's
Right
asked.
before you answer.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Hold on, hold on.
We need his size.
Just a second. Oh,
Extra large.
and as far as folklore goes, I love the whole stuff because I think people in the past had better imaginations than we do
yes.
Yeah.
right now. But I wanted to touch on Snapjaw, PK Smalls of the UP. So this is during the lumber, the big lumber boom, back in Michigan. This dude was real. He wasn't a monster. He was a real dude, and he was gross. It was gross. Anybody that dared him to do something, he would do it because he wanted more whiskey. He'd give them, somebody dared him to give him money. He wanted more whiskey. This guy he was nasty, 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 and I love the legend of PK Small Snapjaw.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll always go back to the old stuff because I love that, and I love the old Michigan stuff. I love it. What size do you wear? 2X.
All right.
2X.
Yes.
The question is, have Malice and the Mitten done the Michigan Dog Man?
Yes.
Yes.
When was
Yes,
that put
we
out?
have.
And I want to
Oh,
backtrack
man.
right that because when I went into your guys's, what's that called? Podbean? Bean Pod?
Podbean is our hosting site.
Yeah. So you guys got like a shitload of podcasts.
Yeah, we are with Malice in the Mitten, Round Robin, and F Bomb. We are over 230 episodes.
Yeah. A lot of
There's
episodes.
a lot to listen to. So that was definitely in 2025.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about the Dog Man?
Oh, what
Talk
happened?
about the Dog Man.
So the Dog Man
Get
was,
close.
the Dog Man was actually our first F-bomb episode. And of course, it's probably the most well-known Michigan folklore.
Yeah,
And
cryptid.
so I just took it and ran with it. But as I was digging into it and I listened to the audio of the this truck driver that actually came across the Michigan Dog Man, you could hear the fear in his voice still. And there was years had passed before he had said anything because he thought he was going to get picked on and ridiculed. He didn't want to say nothing. And he finally came out and was doing this. He was like, I don't care. This needs to get out. And there's been sightings and sightings and sightings and sightings. And of course, the Michigan Dog Man didn't get popular until, the radio show did the whole song on it and everything. And they thought it was a spoof. But there's been so many documented cases where people have said that they saw this creature.
Yeah.
So it was like, I have to do this story.
Yep.
So
I love the Michigan Dog Man.
Yeah.
I know your fiance Sean loves the Dog Man. And yeah, he's our Michigan cryptid.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah,
And what about the Wahila?
the Wahila.
Have you guys heard about the Wahila?
No.
So the Wahila actually comes from Canada, but
Okay.
also down into the Upper Peninsula and the northern parts of the Lower Peninsula. But this thing is much more frightening than the Dog Man because
Wow.
this thing will just eat your head right off.
Damn.
Yes.
It's a head chomper.
Oh,
Yeah.
Head chomper.
that ain't good.
Yeah.
Chomping heads, man.
How do you feel
Damn.
about that?
Damn.
You like your head?
Wow.
So it's kind of
I don't
like
know.
it's like a mix between a bear, like a white bear, and a white wolf, or hyena.
Yeah.
It's been kind of compared to a hyena.
So it's
too.
kind of like a man bear pig.
Oh, jeez.
Chupacabra.
This thing, it's like the ultimate predator. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Do you have I'm going to stick with the cryptids right now. Do you have a favorite cryptid you like to talk about or want to talk about if you haven't yet in a podcast?
they're kind of all my favorites,
Yeah.
really, you know. But I do really love the Wahila. The Wahila is
okay.
my favorite, just
Nice.
because it's so vicious,
Yeah.
so vicious, you know, and it's ancient.
Mm.
And again, it goes back to the Native American stories too, you know. So it's like, oh, you know, you
Yeah.
can feel it, and you can feel it, you know. And like I said, a lot of this goes back to learning and stories that people would tell their children.
Yeah.
That, you know, these are things to learn from, you
Yep.
know. And I appreciate that. I appreciate it as a parent.
Yep.
I appreciate it as a Michigan gander, because we have a lot of woods here.
We do a lot of unexplored woods as well.
Yeah.
And I think the bottom line is scaring the shit out of your kids.
Yeah.
To keep them inside, get
Yep.
inside before
Right.
it's dark,
Yep.
do what you're supposed to do.
Of course, now,
Just
isn't it
Before them
outside.
street lights come
scare
on.
them to go outside? Like, oh, outside. Daniel Strauss. Is that Mr. Preston?
Yes.
That
it
is
is.
Mr. Preston.
My last Jeep was all white, and that was the nickname for the Jeep, was the Wahila.
Oh, okay. You got a
Sounds like
green
ours.
one now, right?
But now
Yeah,
we're Army
yeah, the
green.
Yeah.
military green.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
Army green.
Don't
Marine
say
Corps
that.
green.
Marine Corps green. Come on, Lana.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
it right. Get it right.
So does he get the t-shirt for that?
Oh,
Oh.
yes, he does.
Who is that?
Right there. What size do you
What's
wear?
that?
Extra large.
Got all these big folks in here today.
I know, right?
All the small ones are like being really quiet.
They were too afraid to come out on the winter's nights. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We're Michiganders here.
There
Come
she.
on,
See, I knew.
One. There
Yeah,
goes
see,
one.
I knew once I challenged her, she would do
If
it.
you're just joining us, we do have a live audience tonight. So they are going up and asking questions this evening and getting some swag.
And we got a question coming up right now.
This question is for Tracy. Tracy, having a co-host, your co-host Christine, calling in versus being in person, what are some pros and cons to when you're editing your podcast, calling in and not being?
Okay, let me to make sure our web folks hear that. Your co-host Christine calls in correctly. So what are some of the challenges that you have with a call-in co-host
And editing that.
in editing and whatnot?
That is a fantastic question and a challenge.
It's very technical.
It is
Right.
a challenge. Because it sounds like she's on the phone, right? And so a lot of people don't like that. They want to hear real together. But she's my best friend. She challenges me in a lot of ways. If you've listened to the show, she will put me to the grinder sometimes, but I like that. She's tough. She's New York. And she's a critical care nurse, so that's what we do. Critical care nurses are a distinct kind of person, so I feed off of that. And I know it's different. I know it's not what is out there, and I'm okay with that. Is it hard because people are like, meh, it doesn't sound right. Yeah, but it's how the show is. I'm calling her. That's the only way I have a connection with her. And so, yeah, she's on the phone, but so what?
Right.
Right. Sometimes it is. And that's a good question. So if you guys didn't hear it, the question is does it make it harder to edit? Because sometimes she sounds distant, and it is. So then comes more editing time because I have to upscale the volume or the LUX. I'm still learning that. It's like, what? But so I have to upscale it. And then when I come in, because I'm close, because my voice is soft, so I have to make sure that when I finally do speak, it's not too loud.
You being loud? I don't believe that.
Can't see
You should
it.
hear her when she's talking to the dog. So.
Seriously, when I'm mad as hell. You're like, even my friend, she's like, you're not mad. I'm like, oh, I am mad.
I'm very angry.
Yeah.
Oh, they run when I scream. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah,
There's,
no.
if you're in the house, you know
Her-
when I've lost my
Her
shit.
screech, yelling voice. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's unlike anything that it's a whole new being, but it is difficult, and I don't think a lot of people appreciate that. But
Yeah.
that's what makes us us, and that's what makes us different.
And here's the history. Christine was friends with Tracy many years before I met her. And when I first met her, I totally fell in this. She is the most real person, you know, and that's the kind of people that we love, are the people that are real,
Yeah.
and you just can't get more real than Christine.
And don't get her laughing.
Yeah. You get her laughing, it's
It's
contagious.
over.
It's the
every-
best.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even explain it really. I can't even explain it, but once she gets going, it's contagious, and you will piss your pants, basically. Yeah, so fantastic question. What size? Okay.
Finally. Finally.
The Baron is excited
Yep.
that we're under an extra large, apparently.
How about it?
How about that?
I know. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, this is what they're giving away.
Riverstone.
This is the one that the Baron has picked out.
Beautiful.
Then I got their original logo shirt.
I love the Bloody Lighthouse. That's
Yeah,
what
That
I
bloody
love.
lighthouse.
it?
is killer.
I know, but this is your original design here, so I gotta,
Yeah,
you know,
gotta go with the forest. You gotta
just
go
like
with
you
it.
were just talking.
Yeah.
You know, the old
Yeah.
stories. So
Well, I will tell you, we've done a few very recent ones that are so heartbreaking that just happened in the UP, where the mother and her husband took her daughter
Yeah.
into the forest, and I don't know the rationale. I can't understand the rationale, but they took this baby right out of this girl,
Oh,
and
Oh.
it's happening right now.
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that one I felt was important to talk about because it was so shocking. And I can't understand it. And I can't understand why a mother would do this to her daughter or
Yeah.
anybody.
That is a
can't even go
crazy
there.
story.
So we're following that one. It's coming up, and there are a couple recent cases that we're doing as well. Like I said, I try to stay away from them, but if it grabs my attention and it's an educational moment, I think it's important.
Yeah.
So we have the old, we have the new. We just have a variety. Like, we will hit it all.
Yeah.
And we have it all. We have the serious Malice. We have the upbeat round robin. So I want to come back to the round robin because it's important about the impetus. The impetus was when we did Brett Coster. It was local. I had people reaching out to me like, oh my goodness, tell us what's going on. This is happening in Kalamazoo. It's right down the street. This guy, if you don't know, in the 70s at 15 years old, he murdered 3 young ladies, strangled them, raped them. It was horrible. So he was in prison and he gets out. He's on parole. He has cancer. He has a colostomy bag. Oh, what harm is he? Well, I'm going to tell you what harm he is he started his own
Uber like business.
Oh.
Yeah.
on his own. I'm going to ask you right now, literally, would you just take a ride from some guy who gives you, I don't know what he was doing, if he was handing out cars, whatever, but literally my neighbor's daughter was in his car.
Oh, man.
Now, we're all, as far as people serving their time and doing their dues, that's cool. But why would you put somebody that has committed this type of crime
Yeah.
In
a
a car.
position where they are one-on-one with people
Yeah.
in the public
there's
He
certain
raped
things
a
that
child in his
Yeah.
car and
you
he's
don't-
driving.
yeah, there's certain things you don't mix. I'm all about rehabilitation and stuff, but there's still lines that can't be,
Right.
Well, and
crossed
some
over.
people are so mentally unstable that it doesn't matter if you try to reform them or not. You're not
But
going to.
what, this is the problem. What reform is happening in prison? There is no
Yeah.
reform.
Nah, there's,
Yeah, but what do you do? That's the
Recidivism,
thing.
But
don't put them in a position when they get out to be,
Well, yeah, able
Yeah.
to
Right.
yeah,
continue.
don't give them the ammunition or the
Opportunity.
opportunity, thank you,
right,
to
right,
Yeah.
fall back into an old way. Keep them as far away as you can
Right.
with that.
right.
Yeah.
But here's my point. If you are in prison because you've murdered someone, whatever your psychological issues are, where does it stem from?
Yeah.
To me, it stems from something happened to you as a child. More
Quite
than
possibly, yep,
not,
yep.
right? So you have psychological damage, you have trauma, and you become older, you are able, for most cases, not all cases, right? They just have the deviance.
Yep.
That's going to happen. But something happened more than likely to these people as children. So now they're older, they have power, they do it to someone else. More than likely, it's the psychological cycle. So when you're in prison for doing these things, they teach you how to make belts, they teach you how to make clothes, they teach you how to do all these things, but the psychological therapy is not in place, and that's a problem,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which makes recidivism a problem.
So apparently we're still having some mic issues. Now this gets frustrating because these are brand new mics. They were supposed to be better than our old mics, but our old mics were actually pretty good. It's just we had 3 of them.
2.
2 of them, yeah. We had 2 of them.
Right.
So
You can count.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know why we're having issues with that, but Alex is definitely working over there to figure it out and do different things here. So
And apparently he's going to make us probably buy new mics.
yeah,
So,
that's what he's saying. It's like, nope, these mics are history.
they're crap. Apparently.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
really?
well, that's
Huh.
just rude.
That's odd.
So just talk softly.
It's
We all got to
learning
talk
We don't
like
know
straight-
how.
curve. It's always learning.
Yeah, because we're
Oh.
loud.
Okay.
Hello.
This is the new Baron here.
Right.
So hello everybody. Welcome to the Baron and Sindee Nyte show. Yeah, she ain't.
Yep.
This is the Baron and this is
Sindee Nyte.
Nyte.
I
We
don't
are
think
very
that's going to
glad
go
you guys
over
are
well.
here. So is that what we got to do, Alex?
Speaking of question,
Oh, okay, let's do
Oh,
it.
it's Ben.
All right, we only got about 5
Hey,
minutes.
Ben.
Question for Todd. You seem like you're scared of many cryptids, so I had a straight question. If you had a domesticated one cryptid as a pet, which one would you let in your house?
Okay, so the question is, so apparently Todd's afraid of cryptids, and if he could domesticate one and keep
have it
these
as a
out
pet.
and have it as a pet, which one would it be?
Well, first of all, I'm not afraid of cryptids. But if I could domesticate one, I think I would probably domesticate the shit elves.
What? What's
Yes.
a shit elf?
You
I haven't heard of
Nope.
a shit elf.
No idea.
you gotta listen to the episode. So the shit elves will either help you or harm you.
Okay.
And I think if I could have a cryptid as a house pet, it would probably be a shit elf because I could probably talk them into taking their shit over to our neighbors that are
Oh.
total assholes.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
Deal with
Hopefully
that.
the neighbors aren't watching
Yeah.
because you're going to get some
Here we
shit
are.
elves anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah, you just, yep.
Well-
And I'm a very good cook. So I will cook and I will feed those shit
Feed the
elves.
shit-
Feed the shit elves.
Yeah.
As long as they torment and shit in the neighbor's yard. I like that.
That's
That's
right.
perfect.
That's a great question.
That
That's
is a
a
good
great
But
question.
I like the shit elves because
Yeah,
I think
I do like
I-
that.
I think if I was a cryptid, I would probably be a shit elf.
What is a shit elf?
A shit elf, well, it comes from the Scandinavians. Um, they're spirits of the homestead, and if you are unkept or uncleanly, um, you don't keep order in your home, they'll let you know, but they'll let you know in the worst way. Right. That's why I'm thinking
I'm
our neighbors-
Scandinavian. How do
our
I not
neighbors
know
deserve
this?
Them. What size, Ben?
No, you need
Yeah,
a
but you're getting a shirt, Ben.
I like the question. That's why you got it.
All right. All right.
Here, I'll throw it over to her.
It's a Baron.
All right, hold on. This will be the last question. Guys, we are at 7:57. So, anybody in the audience, we will stick around so you can take down pictures or ask questions. Basically, just talk
It's a Baron.
to people.
That's for Ben.
And then you guys out and in there. We will see you. And go ahead.
Ooh. What investigations have been close encounters from the other side?
That is a loaded question.
Leave it to Gene to give a
Yeah.
loaded question.
That's a really good question. Right. So I think she's speaking to you. You take that first.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Way to listen.
Who does this go to?
That goes to Ange. Yep. Let me tell you, when I was even before I was a teenager, um, a group of my neighborhood friends, we used to always go camping in the same spot. This was in Charlotte, Michigan, and
I feel like I'm smart.
this is like really cool, and I still carry this with me all the time. Years and years we camped at the same place every summer out in the woods. We always felt that there was a presence out in this woods, and we just really couldn't put our finger on it. Turns out it was ancient Native American burial ground, and we were seniors one year, and the cops showed up because there were some complaints that we were out in the woods and making a lot of noise, and of course we were being crazy. And that's when we found out that it was ancient Native American burial ground. And there was a paranormal investigator that actually showed up on our behalf and said, these spirits are protective of this land, and these spirits that are here obviously like you. And I just felt really drawn to that. I was like, oh, that's cool, because I mean, we were cool. I mean, we were dumb when we were kids and stuff, but we always cleaned up our mess. We weren't disrespectful. But to be welcomed into the spirit world like that was I mean, it really touched me as I mean, I think I was 15, 16 years old. I was like, that's a pretty cool thing. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to be respected by the other side, that's cool. That's cool. My friends, not so much. I don't think they probably just brushed it off, but it always stuck with me. And that's one of the things that got me into folklore, along with mythology, and I've always liked like the Clash of the Titans and you know the monster stuff and the big stories, you know, the things that people either made up or maybe they were true. I don't know. You know, or they're based on some truth, but it's the storytelling part of it. It's the truth. It's the legends. It's the lessons. It's all that stuff wrapped into one that makes it important to me, you know. So when I dig into a story, I'm not just digging because I'm looking for the next good story. I'm digging for something that calls to me.
It's the spirituality
Yeah.
of anything that I think that we do. What
Right.
calls to you, what resonates in you or in I, depending on what we're doing.
Right.
And I think that's what's important. If it calls to you,
Right.
then that's what needs to be told.
And I, you know, and I feel these stories when I'm digging into them. Like we had you know, a couple weeks ago, I had nightmares about.
You had several nightmares. He would wake up and he'd be white as a sheet. I'm
Like the more information I uncovered, I was like, oh, stuff, you know, and I'm only getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep a day. And I'm like waking up and I'm like dreaming the story. Okay. So this is obviously the story I have to work. Thank you.
All right, folks. With that, I want to thank you guys. Apparently, the Baron disappeared. Get that magic trick, right? You trust me, I know the feeling. But we will be back in 2 weeks. And are you in the next week or no, the one after that? Okay. So Jerry, who did our set, will be not the next live, but the live after that. So the next live will just be the Baron and I, maybe. I don't know where he went. Disappeared. So apparently, huh? Right? I know, like, hello. Just, you know. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I'm going to give a special shout out to Formaldehyde. She has actually bedazzled my mask that I'm wearing today, and she's done some of our signs for this evening. So thank you. Yes, thank you. I want to thank everybody out there in La La Land, as I like to call it, you know, because I can't see you, but we love you. Thank you. You know how to support us, and we will see you. Oh, I think he's coming back, so maybe he might have something to say. I'm closing out the show, man.
I have never in my life had to pee so bad. Yeah,
Right.
I've never had to do that.
So hurry up, because I have to. So, you know, let's
What
go.
the hell happened? We have never,
Right.
ever had that problem before, but.
Your blood pressure's up.
Right. Gotta go. Okay.
So we're wrapping up the show. Okay.
Yes, and I'm way ahead of you. So
So I
said
got nothing to say.
don't said it all unless there's something.
Well, I
Right.
just want to say thank you to everybody that braved this horrible weather outside. Thank you to our guests for coming here and hanging out with us and telling their stories. Hope everybody had a great time. And feel free to stick around after the show here for pictures and chat and all that stuff. I'm sure, unless Bruno's eating all the good stuff over there, you know, there's plenty more stuff.
Got the look.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, thank you, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. As always, keep it real.
Keep it real. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.